It's a new era within the current era. Welcome back, guys, to Fall Wrestling. It might be the Ruthless Aggression era, but we say hello to the brand exclusive pay-per-view eras, and we begin with Monday Night Raw and Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eric Bischoff presenting Bad Blood. So this is a pretty, I don't want to say iconic pay-per-view. I think iconic would be a little bit of a stretch, but it's an important pay-per-view. It's a memorable pay-per-view because it is the first brand exclusive pay-per-view of this brand split era. We know that the brand split's been up and running now for about a year, but this is the first pay-per-view where we see as a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. So it was exciting going into it. It felt different. It felt new. It felt like, I don't want to say it felt like watching Monday Night Raw, but it felt like an important Raw episode. And maybe going forward that will change. But it was a bit weird seeing a lot, well, I say seeing, it was a bit weird not seeing a lot of the guys on SmackDown on a pay-per-view. Big title matches, like no Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, can't dispute that. But I think that's the problem. It felt like Monday Night Raw. And it shouldn't feel like Monday Night Raw. It should feel like a pay-per-view. And to be fair, there was pay-per-view elements. I mean, you don't get a Hell in a Cell match on Monday Night Raw. Put it that way. But it felt weird. And to me, Bad Blood, it's half of that. I would probably describe the pay-per-view as bad. It was decent. And then it ended with a bit of a damp squid, didn't it, man? Big sexy Kevin Nash just fucking dragging his carcass out there.
Although, if you were going into that Hell in a Cell match expecting it to be good, I'd be questioning your
knowledge
on professional wrestling. So, listen, I'm not saying it was bad. Maybe going forward, we'll get used to it. It could just be because it's the first brand exclusive pay-per-view. It felt weird. But it did feel weird.
It did feel weird, right? And maybe this has felt weird for Devon all these years, because guess what? We kick off with the Dudley Boys taking on Mac and the Winsky. But during Heat, those two said, "Don't you find it weird that your white brother's always telling you to get the tables?" So this has obviously planted a seed in the back of Devon's dome that has made him question Bubba Ray's abilities and what he's pushing on him, because he's a white man. Is he bringing back the slavery? Was that the whole... Here, all the other Dudleys, were they all Devon Dudley's slave master in ECW? I'm not too sure, but that's what they're trying to tell him, even though Rodney Mack's a white man.
Yep, Rodney Mack, the whitest man out there.
Yes.
Whiter than Bubba.
He fucking is. I have no two eyes about it, man. There's only one black man in this match, and his name's Devon Dudley. And if you want to fire Teddy Long in there, then aye, but he wasn't in the match, but he was there. Player.
I mean, if you combine the colour of Bubba and Devon, and then you combine the colour of Teddy, Rodney, and Nowinski, you get a darker shade with the combination of Bubba and Devon. Even though that shouldn't be right, because combining the other three, you've got two black guys and only one white guy.
Yeah.
But Devon's a darker shade of black than Teddy. And I don't even, at this point, Rodney Mack may as well be, I don't know, white as milk. So it's a strange combination. I don't really recall this match being advertised or made official.
It wasn't, but essentially what it boils down to, the Dudleys are dominating. Devon, get the tables. Devon, though, ho 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 ho. He doesn't really want to get the tables. Fuck you, Bubba, you're white, cracker. And then this causes a bit of commotion, a wee bit of distraction. The Dudleys lose the match, and I'm just sitting here thinking at this point, the Dudleys feel a bit dead. They got reinstated a couple of weeks ago, and again, I mean, we talked about it on SmackDown.
I don't think they should have. I would have kept them apart. I think if you keep them apart longer and then you do eventually reunite them, to me that would mean more. And also, I just don't think the run from both guys was that bad.
In terms of split up teams, they were easily the best.
I was actually enjoying their respective solo runs. I could understand it if they were both flopping, or if one was doing okay, and the other one was a major flop, and you were thinking, right, well, hold on.
Reverend Devon beat Triple H.
Yeah, and then for some reason they just kind of cooled down on the whole Reverend Devon thing. But yeah, for me, I would still have the Dudleys be apart and then maybe reunite them at a later point. But don't get me wrong, I think Devon returning at Survivor Series to help Bubba, that was pretty cool. Not denying that, but yeah, for me, bit unnecessary. They lose to Rodney Mack and Christopher Nowinski. I mean, it's a win for Mack. He's unbeaten. Nowinski picks up a victory too, but, you know, kind of felt like just a throwaway match that was added to the show when it probably should have got a bit of a better build. But again, that it might just be teething issues with the brand exclusive pay-per-view. I'd like to think that going forward, every match can at least get a build. But you're going into pay-per-views where maybe Raw and SmackDown would have maybe 4 matches each, and now you're going into the pay-per-view where all 7 or 8 matches are coming from that one brand. And I'm not saying that, you know, if you've got 6 weeks of 2-hour shows, that's more than enough time to build up a good 7-match pay-per-view. But it might just be teething issues. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But this match could have been built up better.
We will see. I'll make a prediction. It's already happened, but I'm willing to bet that most pay-per-views that are brand exclusive will have random matches just thrown on last minute. To me, it's always tended to be the case with these pay-per-views. When I recall watching them, I've got the DVDs, brother, the DVDs, brown paper bag and all that. But I think up next we need a brown paper bag because I might need to barf because it's the burping contest. They spun the wheel on Heat. I mean, again, Heat just sounds more interesting than anything you get today, but they spun it and landed on burping. And, right, I wasn't really a fan of this, man. Austin and Bischoff, them burping. And to me, it sounded like the audio was just put in. And I don't see the need.
I don't think it was until the last one.
Yeah, but I don't think they.
The last one was so phony. You could tell that it was not Austin burping. This was put on, and honestly, it's like I just think it was overdone as well. I think it could have just been a one-off. You get 1 attempt each. I don't think they really needed 3 attempts each.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bit shit.
I don't know.
Just a bit shite, folks.
Anyway, Austin won with the fake piped in burp. I mean, I like the Austin and Bischoff dynamic, but honestly, I look at this triathlon and I think they certainly could have picked 3 better options for sure.
No, they definitely could have, but Austin wins round 1.
The one I was actually most forward looking to, they didn't even do it in the end.
The singing contest? Damn right. Right, anyway, winner gets Stacy Keibler as manager. Scott Steiner versus Tess. So, I mean, this match is infamous pretty much because Steiner comes out, then Tess comes out, but Tess is too bothered with his eyes on Stacy. Steiner then gets on the apron, and we all know the botch, folks. He jumps, but does not get anything on the jump. Like a dog, it just runs into a fucking fence, and what happens here, he clips like the Achilles heel of Tess. But the angle, now Netflix, let's just point this out. Netflix version's very heavily edited. They don't even have fucking Headstrong by Trapped. They got some shitey dubbed theme, which is crap.
And I'm sorry, but that does take away what the...
Because the promo package for the main event's brilliant, even though the promo package is pretty much Foley versus Triple H, but with that song, it adds to it.
I think actually getting to the point now where we actually might look for the unedited version online and watch it.
Yeah. Because they could be cutting out segments because they're so woke.
Yeah, I think we're getting to the point where I would rather watch it online through some non-affiliated website, something like I would rather even if the quality is slightly worse. I think I'd rather watch a slightly lower quality than watching this with like the piped in dubbing songs.
No, damn right. Because here, it's not like the Raw and SmackDowns are bad qualities, are they? Oh, when we get fired into them. Because, by the way, where's Netflix? You'd be waiting fucking years for them to deliver on that. But, I mean, a decent match. Tess goes for the weapon. He wants to play dirty. He goes for the chair shot. Ricochets off the ropes. Steiner then hits the flatliner. I'm not a fan of the flatliner, to be honest. I prefer the Steiner recliner, but it's not one of those ones you can do as like a dazed finish, so I understand it. He wins. He gets Stacy. He's a happy man.
I'm just surprised King didn't enter himself into the match.
Triple threat match, player. Well, I'm surprised he didn't enter himself into what was up next. Now, it wasn't the pie eating contest in itself, but the contestants were, well, not the contestants were backstage, but they were there with 4 women and.
Just on the topic of women, before we actually talk about this.
Well, it's not the actual competition, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, we've got them lined up backstage. Eric Bishop, Stacey Keibler's beautiful. Seriously, not here to simp over Stacey Keibler, but how anyone can prefer Rhea Ripley over her, I'll just never understand it. I mean, you talk about Trish, and Trish is great, but I think when it comes to natural beauty, Stacey Keibler might be the hottest woman to ever be in WWE. That's all I wanted to say.
Doesn't look like, doesn't even look like she's got makeup on.
No, she's just naturally pretty. It's and here there was a lot of women that were pretty, but for me, I just think Stacey Keibler's the top tier. But
and also doesn't have fucking retarded tattoos all over her body like a certain Rhea Ripley.
No, you can understand why Steiner and Tess were in this match. I'm just see if this was an open invitation, fucking everybody would have came out.
The crowd would have been in the fucking ring. Make no mistake about it, but Bischoff, he's begging Austin to stop burping. Let's go down this corridor. So they walk in through this room, and there's 4 women there, and Bischoff's like, well, what was it they said? They said, what was it Austin said? Basically, right, you can start, Bischoff.
They're both arguing, so they're both arguing over who's going to get to go first. Bischoff says, well, here, I put the effort, and I found these women, I should go first. Austin's like, well, no, wait, you found them, so therefore you should allow me to go first, since you put them together. And they kind of compromise. Austin's like, right, you can go first, but I get to pick which pie you're going to eat. And Bischoff's like, well, I like all 4 flavours.
This can't go wrong.
Yeah.
It can't go wrong. Will it go wrong? Probably. But up next, we got Christian.
You know what's weird though as well, right? I always felt like in situations like this, when they brought in women for these scenarios, I'm not saying the women were unattractive, right? But do you not think in comparison to the women on the roster, they just looked like levels below?
They looked a bit rough as well. I think they always tended to go for.
Do you think
the street look?
Do you think that was something that they did on purpose to make the divas look
better?
Well,
that makes sense.
Or do you think it was because the divas, the majority of them, actually looked that good?
Bit of both. I think a bit of both.
Right.
I believe because. I think it's just because back in the day, in these times, man, women and men, they had a look.
But even with that hot lesbian act, you know that thing with Bischoff, and he brought in the lesbians. I mean, yeah, they were attractive, but they weren't attractive as.
No, I know, but I think it could just be a case of if they actually went on to have wrestling careers, maybe you'd look different at them. But at the same time, they don't look anything special and. See these 4 women that we see here, they probably will never get seen again. And maybe there's a reason for that, but you're right, I think more often than not when they did stuff like this, they didn't feel special compared to the other women, but...
I think in 2025, if WWE were bringing in hot women for segments, they would look better than the majority of the roster.
Oh, fucking yes, of course.
But back in this era, when they brought in women for segments like this, they didn't look as good as the divas. That was the point I was making. Whether that's on purpose or by design, or could it just be a combination of, the divas were the... Because what is it King and JR used to say? The hottest women on television?
Yep. Can they make that claim anymore?
Seen Piper Niven?
The fattest fuck.
I mean, who's going to say... Who can Taker sit and watch LFG and then turn around to the camera and say, you got the hottest women in the world?
And it pans that Bailey bastard.
No, that would make Taker a liar. He'd be 6 feet under. He'd be dead if he said that.
Liar.
Dead man talking. You done it now. Right, anyway, up next we've got Christian versus Booker T. Possibly, for me, maybe the match of the night.
I enjoyed it, yes. I thought this match was pretty good. Christian tries to get counted out. The referee's like, no, if you do that, wee man, he wins it.
Obviously, the referee never got a slice of Christian's pepperoni pizza, did he?
He didn't. King pointing out that Booker T, came from a broken family and
he's black.
Yep.
His mother didn't do that good a job of
raising him. He did time, JR. He did time.
Yeah, I mean, every week you've got King there, putting the boot into Booker T. JR trying to put over Booker T's mum, saying she did a great job of raising all the kids, and King's like, all of them? Booker T, he did time. He was in prison. So, but good match. Christian kicking out of pretty much everything Booker T had to offer. I mean, we seen Christian hit a version of they called it the bookend. I'd have personally called it maybe the peep bottom.
You could have called it that.
The peep bottom.
It would have been alright.
The peep
bottom. The rock bottom, but he's called it the peep bottom.
He's the new people's champion. Christian eventually makes his way up the ramp. Referee say, if I count you out, you're going to have to fake it, forfeit the title to Booker. So Christian manages to make it back to the ring, 9.5, climbs in through the middle ropes, rolls it through the other one, grabs his belt. Booker gives chase, they're in the ring. Christian runs back in, whacks Booker with the title, gets DQ'd, but keeps the title because I guess the ref never made it clear that if he got DQ'd, he would lose the title. So here, classic heel work for Christian. It's just something you don't get enough of nowadays, but I thought this match was good. Would it have been better if we got a clean finish? Maybe, but...
It doesn't need a clean finish, though.
I feel like
if you're getting a clean finish, Booker T needs to win. And this reign doesn't need to come to an end just yet, so it had to be dirty, and I like it.
Yeah, no, I liked it as well. Christian there.
See, people that don't understand this and think this ruined the match, they don't have a fucking Scooby snack about wrestling. This adds to Christian's heel work. But obviously today this wouldn't fly, because the match needs to end clean, or else it's not a good match. I mean, is there a point in wrestling where I would look at it and be like, the true great matches of all, like the greatest matches of all time, normally have like a clean finish? Yeah,
I think like main events and Mania and shit should probably have a clean finish.
I would tend to agree with that, but I'm not going to sit here and spin it and say every match that doesn't end clean's poor, because there's some epic matches with interference at the end.
Oh, yep, of course.
But we saw Kevin Nash, he was taping his wrists while JR was hyping the match up for later on tonight. He's taping it, we're tanning it.
Yeah, so there you go. Right, up next we have Kevin. Oh, we got the pie eating contest. So
I thought you would say Kevin Owens there.
Fuck no.
It would be a legit pie eating contest with him.
Yeah, well, he'll eat any flavour of pie. Fuck me, he'd have consumed all 4. Right, so you got Bischoff comes down, Austin comes down. Bischoff's excited. Austin points out, remember you told me you like mature women? Eric's like, yeah, did I? And then Austin says, well, since I have the choice, I'm not going to pick any of those 4 women. Bischoff's upset. He's like, what are you talking about? I spent time, I put effort into finding those 4. Who are you going to pick then? And then Austin's like, well, back to the whole, you like mature women, Eric, so I found you a couple of mature women myself. I did some picking, and out comes Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah. Now, Moolah just gets to the ramp and then decides to do a 180 and take off. Moolah was never really the comedy act in this, wasn't she? She was kind of...
It was always Mae Young.
Mae Young was always the start.
I tell you what, people...
It's funny, like, because Moolah may have had the better career in wrestling.
Everyone remembers Mae Young.
But everyone... And they've even changed it. Remember originally it was the Fabulous Moolah Classic?
Yeah. And
then they changed it to the Mae Young Classic, because I think Fabulous Moolah, there was reports that she was a bully or something. Or...
Aye, some shit.
How pathetic. Here.
Well, I don't know what she did.
I don't know.
I need to look into it, but regardless.
I know, but what could she have done that was that bad? That, oh, you know what? We're gonna try and take away everything you achieved in wrestling, and change. No, come on.
Well, I don't know, but Mae Young, people bash all these segments she's in.
Andre the Giant was supposedly a bully.
Well, apparently he was a bastard.
So
and a racist.
And he threw his weight around. So should we change? What? Should we change the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and call it the Bronson Reed Battle Royal? Just because he's a fat fuck? No. I mean, Andre the Giant's an iconic figure in wrestling, and therefore the Battle Royal being named after him is a worthy name. Anyway, Mae Young comes down. Bischoff's like, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that, Austin. And then Austin's like, well, since you're not doing it, I guess Lillian just announced it. The forfeit. That's 2-0 to me. Lillian's about to announce Austin the winner. Eric Bischoff's like, you know what? Actually, nah. Don't do it. Don't announce it. He kisses Mae Young and he goes, how about that for eating pie, Austin? And yeah, Austin's like, that's not really what we had in mind here. Then Bischoff's in the corner and he's like, pretending, throwing up, trying to wipe his lips clean. Mae Young comes from behind and boots him in the nuts, and then he falls into the seated Rikishi stink face position. Mae Young then strips off and she's wearing these fucking suspenders.
According to ClassicWrestlingReview.com, she stuffed sardines in her underwear for this segment. So Bischoff's reaction was legitimate.
Oh. Ah.
That's according to that. Fucking disaster, to be honest, but fair play to Bischoff for taking
Then,
it, regardless of sardines.
Yeah, then she does the Bronco Buster, the X-Pac made famous Bischoff.
This just was sad and old, wasn't it?
It was great though.
I know it was great, but do we think
not for Bischoff? Like,
do we think X-Pac could do a better one at like 90?
Probably not.
With his arsehole ripped?
Here, I thought she did alright for her age. I can't put her over. Bischoff then...
I wonder how much money Mae Young was on to be doing this.
I don't know, but Bischoff then rolls out the ring and he's like fucking disgusted. And he says, Austin, it's your turn. And Austin's like, right, okay. And Austin's ready then. He says, wait, I need to get ready. Boot, stunner. And Austin decides he ain't fucking eating any of Mae Young's pie. And he forfeits. And this gives Bischoff the win, and it now is tied in the triathlon 1-1.
And King was standing in the ring. It was just brilliant.
Yeah, King's in the ring, and then he gets back on commentary. Or I don't know if it was on commentary or while he's still standing in the ring, but he says that pie's sold. It's got crust on it.
And JR was like fucking fuming with him.
And JR's like, that's not right, King.
That's not right, damn it. Kane stares into a mirror backstage. What Kane will we get tonight? Who knows, but it's La Resistance. What was it, Rene Dupree was 19 here?
Alright, 19 in about 4 months.
How great, I mean, how mental is that?
Yeah, put Bash America, and then they go over and they beat the American champions.
Pretty big night at buffoon George W. Bush. France, glorious plaisant Jackie Chirac.
You know, I remember putting over their own French president back in the good old days when you could be a heel by bashing America. You look at the world we live in now. If a wrestler was bashing America, they'd be getting cheered, especially in these Democrat states. So yeah, La Resistance beat Kane and RVD. I mean, it wasn't the greatest match of all time. RVD does the roll and the flipping senton over the top rope, wipes out his own tag team partner Kane, and then La Resistance with the double flapjack, and they pick up the win. So yeah, La
really
Resistance.
Looking forward to Kane taking the mask off.
Yeah, definitely. But La Resistance, the new tag team champions, and it was a shock. Honestly, man, wasn't expect. I'm not saying I didn't think that La Resistance could win, but they won really quickly. It was.
But this is McMahon putting a bit of faith in them, because they've done well. So far, and if we're being honest, Kane and Van Damme, it's getting a bit stale. The mask comes off soon.
And even like King and JR, they were kind of shocked by it as well. Half thinking it was a genuine reaction. Right, up next, got Goldberg versus Chris Jericho. Okay for a Goldberg match. We get the spear through the barricade. Goldberg busts himself open. Jericho then takes advantage, tries to dominate Goldberg. Goldberg comes back later on in the match with a spear. Jericho kicks out. Goldberg hits another spear. Then he hits the jackhammer. And that was enough for Goldberg to get the win.
I mean, they're claiming on this website, right, that, he's fighting uphill battle Goldberg. Chatting Goldberg sucks because they conditioned their audience to dislike WCW. I'm going to massively fucking disagree here. Why? Jericho was a WCW guy. Right?
Yeah, Booker T's a WCW guy.
I know Hogan was WWE, but he was a WCW guy as well. I just don't like Steiner. They love Steiner. Crowd love him.
Holla, if you hear me.
I don't understand this narrative. It's like, they're only chanting Goldberg sucks because of he was in the, they're supposed to dislike WCW guys. I think out of all the guys we mentioned, the reason they probably don't like Goldberg the most is because he's the worst worker at them all. I like Goldberg, but he is easily the worst worker at all those names.
Yeah, I mean, is it really that though?
Well, why do you think they're chanting it?
Maybe
we're in Texas. Would they? I couldn't imagine they'd prefer him over Jericho.
I don't know. Maybe they're just not into Goldberg. Maybe they don't think he's that charismatic. Maybe they don't think he's that entertaining. Is Goldberg as charismatic as Hogan?
Well, fucking course not.
Or Booker T?
I said during this show when we were watching it that Goldberg's return, not return, debut, he doesn't feel as big as he should. And it's weird though. I think he felt massive against The Rock, and then I thought it was a decent feud with Christian. I don't think the feud with Jericho's been bad, but he's just came across a fucking retard in it.
Anyway, he got his win the night, bust it open. But I thought it was an okay match. Wasn't
You know, I liked the match, but yeah, Goldberg sucked. Chance the crowd don't like him. Right. We see a hog pen.
11 minutes, so it was pretty... Yeah, we do see a hog pen, but we won't be using it because...
The wheel is spun, and it's a singing contest.
And
so.
I'm thinking, oh great, this is going to be good. Austin's no happy. Bischoff's like, well, I've heard you sing, Austin. I've got a great set of lungs. Austin asks Terry, have you heard me sing? She's like, yeah, unfortunately, Steve, I have. So, yeah, singing contest might not go down too well for
I actually think
for
Austin's
Bischoff.
an alright singer.
Yeah, me too, but
He's in the ring with The Rock.
he didn't have much faith with himself, right? Anyway, up next we've got Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels. You know, it was a good match. Shawn Michaels is involved, so it's never going to be a bad match, but I certainly don't think it's anywhere near one of Shawn's best.
Well, it's not as good as a 24 match.
No, probably not. And yeah, Ric Flair, just not convinced with Ric Flair.
Yeah. Could it just be by this point Ric Flair's done? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being done at this age.
No, there's not. But you know what? I mean, I don't know if Ric Flair was ever as good as we were led to believe he was or told he was.
Like, I'm not saying I've never seen a good Ric Flair match, but have I ever seen a good Ric Flair match? You know what I mean? It's like one of these fucking myths. I've seen a lot of this guy wrestle, right? I've watched a lot of WCW.
Now, the commentary team did say that they weren't talking about Meltzer, but they were on about, like, 5-star classics.
Yeah.
And they referenced that Ric Flair was the guy that put on the 5-star classics before Shawn Michaels came around. And it's like, nah, I mean, maybe Ric Flair was the guy that put on the better matches, but if I had to make a list, right? If I had to make a list, a top 10 list of the best matches featuring both Michaels and Ric Flair, I actually don't know if I'd put one Ric Flair match in the top 10.
Oh, no.
I don't know if Ric Flair's best match is better than Shawn Michaels' 10th best match of all time.
See, Ric Flair,
I don't know.
he's the promo guy. He's the guy that comes out in the robe. He's the 16-time world champion. Woo! I just don't think in the ring he's that good.
Yeah, but he probably was in the 80s.
Yeah, but
I just don't know if
that's the his style doesn't work. Like, yo, Hogan.
People know what they're getting for Hogan. Beat him up, Hulk up. What you gonna do, brother? Block the punch, big bootleg, drop, boom. People are content when they get that for a Hogan.
Yeah.
But with Ric Flair, you're kind of led to believe, oh no, Ric Flair's way better than Hogan. He's going to put on this technical wrestling classic. And I think 9 times out of 10 we don't really get that.
But anyway, right, so Orton comes out.
It's the
Super
back
kick.
It's the back body drop. It's the Irish whip into the ropes, barely gets up over them on it anymore. It's the getting tossed off the top rope into the ring.
Yep.
Chop block to the knee, figure 4. Don't submit anybody with it. And then that's pretty much...
I've seen a clip. Him, Ric Flair, Hurricane, Chavo, and like Hugh Morris sitting in a hotel room watching the simulcast in 2001. Don't know why Ric Flair was in a hotel room with those three, but he was.
Yeah, anyway, we get Flair's got the figure 4 in, Shawn Michaels reverses it, Flair manages to get out the ring, they brawl to the side, Shawn Michaels sets up a table, Randy Orton runs outside, and I guess tries to attack Michaels. Michaels hits him with a sweet chin music. Michaels then puts Flair onto the table, climbs to the other turnbuckle. I thought he was going to go to the one nearest the table, but he goes to the opposite one, hits like some sort of crossbody. Normally when you do a crossbody, you do a standing crossbody, but Shawn Michaels, he did that reverse kind of crossbody.
A flying splash, we'll call it.
Yeah, but he did it. It's not what I was expecting Michaels to do, but here puts Flair through the table.
Weird that we've seen a table spot here though.
Yeah, Flair, and it's a no DQ match. It's a a normal match, so DQ rules apply. Flair cracks the back of his head off the table, I guess, maybe got impaled. Ric Flair's bleeding, not really surprised. Michaels then gets in the ring, hits a sweet chin music on Flair, but then Orton comes in, whacks Michaels with a chair, puts Michaels on top of Ric Flair. Referee turns round, doesn't see it, counts the 3. Ric Flair has a win over Michaels.
And JR is selling the fuck out of Michaels had the match won. Ric Flair won, but Orton looked good. They all looked good, and I like it.
And again, similar to the Christian thing, you just miss this in professional wrestling when heels would fucking cheat.
Yeah, I don't recall the last time, man, I sat down, watched current wrestling, where there's like an ending of a match that does a bit of everything for everyone involved. And it's like intricate. This was good. Like honestly, the end of this match is perfection. You couldn't really fault it. For what they were trying to do, they done it. They ticked the boxes. Anyway, Redneck Triathlon. Bischoff comes out. You know, he mimes his song. And then what happens is Austin's like, what? Then Bischoff sings it, bit shite. Austin's like, right, let's spin the wheel. Then he just puts it towards the hog. And then he comes out, batters Bischoff, fires him in next to the pigs, and the pigs didn't really want anything to do with him.
No, the pigs didn't like it. The pigs wanted to be left alone.
Who the fuck's this guy? And then like JR was like, he soiled the pigs. He basically like he's defiled the pigs, like making it like Bischoff's went and raped like 5 fucking piglets here. I was like, right, JR, fucking reel it in.
I think King says, don't worry, they're going to be baking tomorrow.
Aye,
something like that.
They're going to be breakfast tomorrow, King. And then yeah, I mean that was it. I liked the redneck triathlon. I mean it peaked with me young. I think the burping one was just a bit fucking weird though.
No, definitely. I was disappointed we didn't get to hear Austin sing though, but here, can't have everything in life.
Yeah, aye, this was it. JR says Bischoff deflowered and defiled the pigs with his presence. In brackets, Vince must have fed him that line.
It's a Vince line.
It's just a weird fucking thing to say.
That's a Vince line.
Anyway, main event time, right? Nash versus Triple H.
Say it, Jim. Say it.
Say the fucking word, right? Aye, Triple H, Nash, Hell in a Cell, Mick Foley.
Right.
Some decent moves, some decent spots. All in all, though, could I say it's the worst Hell in a Cell match so far? I fucking probably could. At least the boss man got hung at the end of that one.
Yeah, I mean, you had that one on Raw that people say wasn't great, but...
Between who?
Kane and Mankind, but I prefer that over this, I think.
Yeah, but there's no build to that.
Oh, and honestly, that to me felt a little bit more like a segment than an actual match, didn't it? This is for the world title.
Yeah, pay-per-view main event where like 3-month build.
This is like a payoff match, like that Hell in a Cell match on Raw. That was like that was pretty much to set up a match.
Yeah, absolutely. But here you had a barbed wire 2x4. You had a wooden box that cracked off Nash's skull. Foley's bleeding. They're all bleeding. There's a lot of blood, right? You're always going to get blood. So I mean, I thought the match was all right. It started really slow. It was like a spell where it was good, but the part that you know doesn't sit well with me is Nash does a catapult into the barbed wire board, right? Then he hits a jackknife. Triple H kicks out. Triple H then hits Nash with a sledgehammer and then hits him with a pedigree and then pins him.
So yeah.
And like Foley was also turning on Triple H for no real fucking reason, cause he got the sledgehammer out in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, it didn't really make any sense to me. It's like
what would have been better is if he got the sledgehammer and then he like hit Foley in the knees, or like he hit him in the midsection with it, and then he went to hit Nash, and then Foley then fucking like grabbed off
but what reason would Triple H just have to randomly hit the referee? It doesn't really make much
sense.
Like him. Yeah, but hold on. You want to hold on to your
slow count then.
You want to hold on to your title here. You know, it doesn't really make much sense for Triple H to pick an enemy with Foley. But yeah, Triple H kicking out the jackknife, but of course Nash can't kick out a 1 pedigree. Albeit he did get hit with the sledgehammer beforehand. But although you know what, I agree that finishers should 9 times out of 10 finish the match. So I've no real issue with it.
Yes, but my issue with it is well, if Triple H can kick out of it, why can't Nash?
Well, I mean, Nash did get hit with the fucking sledgehammer beforehand, like, and
yeah, but Triple H get hit with the fucking 2x4 barbed wire.
No, true. I mean, I get the point you're making, but here Triple H is married to Stephanie, and Kevin Nash is not. So
right, folks, that is it. That is your Bad Blood review.
Evolution come out. They help Triple H to the back. Evolution starts slabbering at Mick Foley. Don't know what Mick. Well, I don't know what Mick did wrong. Well, he attacked Triple H, but that's after Triple H hit him first. So.
I will give this pay-per-view.
You know, I'm tied between a 5 or a 6. I'll probably get a 6. I'll get the benefit of the doubt. I mean, yeah, listen, None of the matches were overly bad. I don't think anything was bad, but at the same time, nothing was great. And I liked the Redneck trial. A 6 out of 10 is good, and I think this pay-per-view was good enough. I'll give it a 6. 6.
Aye, I'll give it a 6 as well. Some decent moments, but overall, it's kind of just got that feeling in your
But
mind.
it's a generous 6, isn't it? Like it's a...
So what pay-per-view's next for Raw? SummerSlam?
That's not Raw.
That's what I mean.
I don't know.
Well, Raw's
Maybe.
pay-per-view. Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is the next pay-per-view going to be the joint production for Raw?
Could be. Could be.
SummerSlam 2003. What? Aye, we've got Elimination Chamber to look forward to.
Aye.
Might be better than this.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. So what? 6 out of 10.
Yep.
Raw up next. Looking forward to it. Any predictions for that Raw?
Who's next?
And Goldberg's next, guys. Woo.